Welcome everybody to another episode of Shot in the Dark. I am your host, John Siino Evil here. Let's get right down to it. AEW Dark Elevation, episode number 2 starts off with Ty Conti with a record of 7-2, ranked number 2 in the women's division, accompanied by -1, defeated Ray Lynn with a record of 0-1 with the Hammerlock DD Ty. Lee Johnson with a record of 2-1, accompanied by Dustin Rhodes, defeated Adam Priest with a record of 0-3. Johnson wins with his finisher that he calls the Brain Dog, which is like a brain buster onto his knee combination. Pretty cool looking move. I've never really seen anything like this done. We go backstage where Dasha is with Ryan Nemeth, hyping up his match later on with Orange Cassidy, saying that when he sees someone like Orange Cassidy, it disgusts him, and it'll be a hell of a show tonight. And that he is no hunk like him. Match number 3, the Varsity Blondes with a record of 3-1, defeated Fuego del Sol and Jake St. Patrick, who have a record of 0-1. Fuego does his beautiful spinning tornado DDT on Pillman, but he runs right into the discus punch by Garrison, who gets the pin. Match number 4, Max Caster with a record of 4-1, who is still missing Anthony Bowens, defeated Ryzen with a record of 0-1 with the mic drop. We see the Rise of Star segment. This week we see it on Red Velvet. Pretty much she talks about her career. She grew up, her dad was a boxer, and she says that she didn't really think that boxing was for her, so she became a dancer, and that she kind of took her love for both her dad's boxing and her dancing to become a wrestler, as she used to watch that with her mother. We see Cody Rhodes, who chimes in, saying that even though she isn't completely signed with AEW yet, she sure has proven herself worthy enough. We go into her match where she is teaming up with Big Swole, and they defeated Leva Bates and Maddie Rinkowski. Velvet gets the pin on Rinkowski after hitting her Just Desserts kick. Right from the beginning, Bates and Rinkowski were on the wrong page, and then Rinkowski actually ends up picking up Leva Bates' books and hits Leva in the face with it. So Leva just gets up and walks away. After the match, we see Vicky Guerrero and Nyla Rose accompanied by, I guess, their new teammate, Jade Cargill. They come out and they kind of give a stare down to both Big Swole and Red Velvet, so I can see that tag team match possibly taking place soon. We go backstage where Dasha is again, this time with Ethan Page, asking about his match later on with 5. He says that the only number that matters to him is his win-loss record, and since Dark Order doesn't even care about 5, he'll take care of him, so he's not around anymore. Match number 6, Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks, accompanied by Hook, defeated Jorel Nelson and Royce Isaacs, who have a record of 0-2. Stark gets the pin on Nelson with the Rochambeau after Hook trips him up. Match number 7, Danny Limelight with a record of 2-1, defeated Baron Black with a record of 0-4, with what he calls Maria Sonato, which means Die Dreaming, which is a sleeper hold. Paul White mentions that he met Danny Limelight at a tribute to the troops when Limelight was there serving as a Marine and was a fan watching the WWE shows. Match number 8, Orange Cassidy with a record of 17-10-1, defeated Ryan Nemeth, who has a record of 2-3 with his mousetrap move. After the match, Nemeth attacks Cassidy, who gets saved by Chuck Taylor, but JD Dre comes out and lays out Taylor, aligning himself with Nemeth. We'll later on see a little bit more from them too. Match number 9, Ethan Page with a record of 1-1, defeated 5 with a record of 5-0, with his Eagle's Edge, which is pretty much like a Razor's Edge, but he just drops him instead of dropping with him. After the match, he asks for the mic, and he's yelling at Justin Roberts about handing him the mic directly. Page spoke to everybody ringside and at home, saying to get used to his face, as he's going to be there for a very long time. And our main event for Elevation was Ryo Mizunami with a record of 6-1, ranked number 5 in the women's division, defeated Layla Hirsch with a record of 4-2 by submission with an arm and triangle choke. We go into Tuesday's edition of AEW Dark. Alex Reynolds and John Silver, they start the show, defeating Chaos Project, who have a record of 8-10. Reynolds does get the pin on Serpentico after hitting him with the Dark Destroyer. We also saw a little bit of I guess Serpentico's got enough of his treatment from Luther that he kind of threw up the Dark Order symbol, possibly trying to say that he wants to leave Chaos Project and join the Dark Order. We go backstage with Alex Marvez, who's with SCU, saying that they are the #1 ranked tag team, and while Rey Fenix and Pac are getting the title shot, they'll just keep on winning until they get their title shot. And we go into their match with a record of 7-0. They defeated Jorel Nelson and Royce Isaacs with a record of 0-3. Christopher Daniels does get the pin on Isaacs after hitting the best moonsault ever. Match number 3, Penelope Ford with a record of 2-0, defeated Miranda Alizé with a record of 0-2. Ford wins with the Fisherman Suplex, and commentary kept pointing out that there are still problems between Kip Sapien, Penelope Ford, and Miro. Match number 4, the Gun Club with a record of 4-0, defeated the team of Adam Priest, Baron Black, and Jake St. Patrick, with Colton Gunn pinning St. Patrick after the 310 to Yuma. Match number 5, Dante Martin with a record of 4-2 defeated Jack Evans with a record of 1-2. They point out that Darius Martin has been missing some time with a knee injury. Dante does some pretty amazing looking moves here. He actually went outside the rail where the roster usually stands and has some pretty great looking moves. He does win this with the 450 splash. After the match, he gets attacked by Angelico, but Darius Martin comes out to help him even though he's medically not cleared to wrestle. Match number 6, Brian Cage, defending his FTW Championship with a record of 15-0, accompanied by Hook, defeated Brandon Cutler with a record of 2-3. Cage wins with a drill claw. The entire time, Ricky Starks and Taz are kind of like acting a bit worried on commentary, possibly with the promo that Cage did with Sting last week on Dynamite. And they even thought about the chance of Brandon Cutler winning the FTW title and what would happen. Would he have to join Team Taz or not? Taz said, no, he'll just be the champion. Match number 7, Ashley Vox with a record of 0-2 defeated Alex Gracia with a record of 0-4. Very short match, but Vox does get her first AEW win here with the fish hook submission. Match number 8, Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss with a record of 9-10 defeated Seth Gargas and Barry Morales. Excalibur brings up the dissension from Team Taz last week. Taz quickly changes the subjects and brings up that Joey Janela and Kiss also had a little bit of dissension last week. There wasn't really much follow-up on either one of these, though. But Kiss does get the pin on Gargas after the split leg drop reverse DDT combination. Match number 9, JD Drake with a record of 0-3 accompanied by Ryan Nemeth gets his first win over Fuego del Sol with a record of 0-5. Drake wins with like a big kick to the head, so kind of intrigued to see Drake and Ryan Nemeth here as a tandem. I'm pretty sure neither one of these guys were signed, or maybe Nemeth is, but I know Drake isn't. But I would be pretty happy if both these guys do get signed and stay together in AEW. Match number 10, QT Marshall with a record of 6-0 defeated Sean Dean with a record of 0-7. Marshall catches Dean jumping off the middle rope into a cutter for the pin. Match number 11, The Bunny with a record of 11-3. The former Allie, wrestling for the first time as The Bunny, defeated Jasmine Allure. The Bunny comes out with her own theme music, and this is the first time she's wrestled since 2020 September. Match number 12, Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson defeated Brick Aldridge, Carly Bravo, and Dean Alexander after Stu Grayson gets the pin on Bravo after the fatality. Match number 13, Aaron Solo and Nick Camarado of the Nightmare Family defeated Angel Fashion and D3 with a record of 0-1. Very quick win. Solo pins Fashion after a modified pedigree, where instead of kind of holding his arms up, he crosses them in an X. And our main event, really quick match, Cesar Bononi with a record of 3-3, accompanied by Pretty Peter Avalon, defeated John Skyler with a record of 0-3. Bononi wins easily here with a Death Valley driver. We go into the return of NWA Powerrr. I did cover their pay-per-view that happened on Sunday, Back for the Attack, so you can read the report on postwrestling.com, but this is their first show. They're back on Tuesdays at 6:05 p.m., but now instead of being free on YouTube, they are on the Fight app or the Fight website. It is $4.99 for the month. I went ahead and purchased it as I am a fan of NWA, and I'm kind of happy that they're finally back after taking a long hiatus. We have our new commentary team here of Joe Gali, Tim Storm, and Velvet Sky. Match number 1, Camille, who just became the #1 contenders at the pay-per-view, defeated Alex Gracia, who we just saw on AEW Dark. The Pope was doing a promo and got interrupted by Austin Idol, who introduces his new client, Tyrus, the former Brodus Clay, teasing a program between these two. Match number 2, Fred Rosser defeated Marche Rockette, who used to be in TNA and Impact, as well as Matt Cross in a triple threat match. Fred Rosser wins here and becomes the #1 contenders for the television title while the Pope was on commentary. Match number 3, Mike Perro, who we recently seen in MLW, defeated Jordan Clearwater. Thunder Rosa was conducting an interview and Melina came in offering to help Rosa in any way, including managerial services, but Rosa was really against this, mostly due to their history together. In the main event, Nick Aldis, Tom Latimer, and Chris Adonis, the former Chris Masters, defeated Aaron Stevens, JR Kratos, and the Pope. Stevens pretty much stopped his own tag team partner, Kratos, from using a chair, and Kratos got rolled up by Adonis for the pin. After the match, they showed a little bit of tension between these two. It should be noted that Aaron Stevens and Kratos are the current NWA Tag Team Champions. On NXT UK, Nathan Fraser, the former Ben Carter, defeated Ashton Smith after a frog splash. Very competitive match for the both of them. We go backstage where Ala Dragunov is trying to apologize for his recent actions until Sam Gradwell interrupts him and starts spewing all types of matches that he could beat Dragunov in. And right when he says no DQ match, Dragunov says, "No DQ, I like that. Let's fight." So next week they will be fighting in a no DQ match. We see another video hyping up Isla Dawn. And we get a promo for NXT UK Prelude, which is going to happen on Thursday, April 8th at 3 p.m., right before TakeOver Stand and Deliver. And Johnny Saint announces that on that show, we'll see Noam Dar versus Tyler Bate, and the winner gets a title shot for the Heritage Cup Championship. Match number 2, Meiko Satomura defeated Dani Luna with the Scorpio Rising. We see a promo from Ginny and Joseph Connors backstage, where Connors challenges Jack Stars. Also, we see a defeated Dani Luna walking out disappointed, and she gets consulted by Flash Mark Webster and Mark Andrews. Walter comes out and asks Johnny Saint to find the next worthy challenger. He gets interrupted by Rampage Brown. They get into a little scuffle. Rampage is actually able to take Walter down, and the match is made official for NXT UK Prelude on April 8th. We get another video with Nina Samuels helping Xia Brookside in the gym, and Xia is being really mean to her. She's kind of pushing her around. She starts spilling all the things on the floor. She tells her to grab the weights to clean up the stuff. And after Nina Samuels is frustrated, Xia tells her, don't forget to work out. So yeah, even though Xia won the match, it feels like there's some sort of double turn here. I kind of started to feel bad for Nina Samuels a little bit. We see Amir Jordan and Kenny Williams training in the Performance Center, and Kenny is still trying to apologize to Amir about cheating last week, and he says to make it up for him, he is getting them an NXT UK Tag Team title shot against Pretty Deadly. And our main event for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship, Jordan Devlin defeated Trent Seven, his first match since November, and he has trimmed down to 204 pounds and a quarter. Devlin gets the win here after a couple underhand tactics and hitting the 450 splash. On 205 Live, Wade Barrett, he actually filled in for Nigel McGuinness on commentary. We see Ashante the Adonis defeating Arya Daivari after Daivari has been a little too cocky and it cost him the match. And Jake Atlas defeated Tony Nese. On New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Style Evolved, Jeff Cobb defeated Alex Coughlin. And we get a couple more of the New Japan Cup 2021 USA qualifying matches as Ren Narita defeated Mysterioso and Brody King defeated his former tag team partner Bateman. On Ring of Honor is the go-home show for the 19th anniversary pay-per-view, as Eli Isom defeated Ray Horace, and the main event of Dragon Lee, Kenny King, Roosh, and La Bestia del Ring defeated Jay Lethal, Jonathan Gresham, Rhett Titus, and Tracy Williams, with La Bestia getting the pin on Williams. Now, there has been a couple of changes to the pay-per-view, but I will have a report for that this Friday on postwrestling.com. And the WWE Network editions for the week, Evolve number 5, where we see Bryan Danielson versus Minoru Sawa, Ricochet versus Kyle O'Reilly, Mercedes Martinez versus Awesome Kong, which I never even realized happened. We also get an episode of ICW Fight Club. This is their special Bard event, which is every match in a steel cage. And also WXW We Love Wrestling number 3. Now, here in the States, we got the Peacock Network, which is going to be our alternative to the WWE Network. And as of right now, they are adding whatever the additions are every Saturday. So hopefully that continues, so I can go ahead and keep covering these shows that they add every week. That is it for me this week. You can catch me here next week for another episode of Shot in the Dark.